All right, what's up guys? On today's video I'm gonna show you some of the modifications that I've done to this Wltoys. This is my son's car. I have two of them because I have two boys and then they are having loads of fun with this car. So the beginning they were running like pretty much stock, and then one day they came and say, hey, can I have some drifting and stuff? And I was like, okay, let's see what I can do into this car to do some slides for the boys. But I haven't done any heavy modifications on this car, but I'm gonna show you how it is now. So I was running outside. I'm gonna put a video of the car running just for you to see that it's possible and it's fun. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I think it's okay. So I'm taking the body off. All right, so here's the car. The car is on. So as you can see, steering is absolutely standard. Well, it's not standard because I've moved this on the servo. I've just moved to the upper hole. You have two. The car comes stock on the lower ones, but you can move to the upper one here. And then yeah, it gives you a little bit of more steering, but it's not enough, to be honest. And that's the main reason why I kept this car four-wheel drive, because if you modify to rear-wheel drive without much steering, that's just not gonna work. Right, so that was the first thing. Second thing, wheels. I've got these wheels from AliExpress. It looks great. They are metal aluminum wheels, probably, with these tires. And as you can see, there's loads of scratches on the tires already because I'm running this guy outside. It's not indoors. You can see scratches on the chassis all around because the boys are running this in front of the house, not inside. That was the second modification. And the main one, which is, allows you to drift, better, is this little guy here, which is the gyro. This is a Das Micro V5 gyro. I've got loads of recommendations of this gyro for this particular car. What I have to do is I had to modify the wires because the connectors is the cable that came with the gyro is 1.5 millimeters connector, the black one, and the car is 1.25, which means you can connect the servo into the gyro, but if you try to connect the cable that came with the gyro, which is this one, into the receiver, the ESC, it's not going to work. So I end up having to cut the harness from the wires from the servo and put on top of the gyro harness, and then the other way around. So it's just to make it work. If you're good on soldering, I have solder, and then I have put like heat shrink covers here. But anyway, you can use like isolant tapes and whatever you have or whatever you are familiar to. But yeah, there it is. So as you can see, if you move the car, the gyro is working, and it's good fun. But this is the car pretty much stock. I do have a project for this guy here on the side, which is, by the way, I think the number is 284131. Apologize if I'm wrong, because those Wltoys names or numbers are nonsense and big and whatever it is. Okay, so let me turn this guy off and I'm gonna show you the plan I have for this car. Cool. So this is mine. So I've got the two Fiestas for my kids, and I bought this one because I just love the body, this one. And then I start modifying this car first. So a couple of things that I've done already and the things that I need to do. So as you can see, I have removed the upper plate or the radio plate, whatever we call this. I have modified the upper suspension because the idea is to give more steering to this car, and this idea came from lots of videos on the internet, on YouTube particular. You have videos showing how to do this thing, but basically you need to remove the suspension from their previous installation, and you use the same screw that goes on the towers, on the shock towers, and you screw it here. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, and then you have to cut the one part of the screw, the rear, one of the sides of screw, just because otherwise you won't be able to move the arm. The screw is too long. You can put like, you can shimmering this guy and move it up. You can do whatever you want, but in some cases, if you have the shocks higher in this area, you can clash with the body. So yeah, you have to experiment, and it depends on what body you're using, if it's the Fiesta or whatever, if you're putting mini Z bodies or whatever you have. Right, so that was the first thing. The second thing that I've done is I removed the front diff just to see how it goes. Rear wheel drive on the stock car, without gyro, without drift tires and anything else. It's undrivable. It's pretty much undrivable. I think the tires are so stick, and the car was pretty much spinning, even without the drift wheels. So what is the plan for this guy? I will try to keep it rear wheel drive, but I will have to cut this axle because I'm trying to make more room for more steering. If you want to see, like, just like this, it already have more steering than the other car. So if I can put side by side to this one, it's a bit more steering already. But there's few problems that some of the other YouTubers have already shared, is that the steering system clash with the gearbox house. So that's why in some case they cut off some of the gearbox housing, and you need to be very careful with this one, because you don't want to damage the shock towers and whatever you have, the suspension arms and everything else. So it's something that you need to do. I will do this one as well here, and I'm gonna show you in a future video. But this is something that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna first of all cut the axle, try to give more room for the steering. And talking about steering, I do have two things that I bought here. The first thing is I bought some of these links, and not because of the fancy blue aluminum stuff, but I'm planning to make a toe-in. So essentially I'm gonna shorten the rear link of the steering, just to make the car looks like this, like a V, because when you steer you have better steering. And I'm planning to use one of these thread axles, and this is an idea, but I'm planning to cut the upper arms of the suspension in the middle. I will try to reduce the size and install some part of this thread axles inside, in order to have more camber into the front wheels. So that's gonna be the other plan. And I also got this I think it's DS Power servo, which means I think it's pretty much the same servo, same housing, but this is, they say that it's digital servo. Let's see if you can see here inside, digital servo with metal gears. And the good thing is it comes with one of these links here, this big one, which I'm gonna try to fit in here and see if I can get more steering. So that's the plan. And then after that I have another Das Micro Gyro V5. This particular one I bought with the case. They come with the metal case. You don't need a metal case, but I I just wanted to look the car to look nice. And I do have the wheels, so I have a new set of wheels. I'm gonna get one of this outside. So here's the wheels. Looks so good. This wheels look so good and fits perfectly. And then for my son's car, it just worked very well. So yeah, one thing that I forgot, because of the radio plate here, I'm gonna show you the reason why most of the guys cut the radio plate to give more room for steering. Just because look how this link is close to the radio plate here. So let me see if I can give more light here. So if you turn this guy, it almost clash with the radio plate. So that's mainly the reason why most of the guys that modify these cars, they have to cut this like in the front, like around here. Some of them move the DSC back a little bit, but yeah, that's one thing that I will have to do definitely. I will test first the servo with the servo horn links without this, and then I'll see where I should cut this guy off. And I'm gonna see if I can create something here to be able to attach this, because otherwise it will be fixed by these three holes, and you have like a big area imbalance in the front. It's a small car, but let's see. All right, so yeah, stay tuned, because I'll be doing the modification and I'm gonna show you how this thing drives, and I hope this thing worth. Another thing to mention, I was planning to buy all the fancy aluminum stuff, carbon fiber chassis and all that kind of stuff, but I end up in a conclusion that for me, and this is just for me, it's nice to modify, but I mean, I think it's gonna be too expensive. And I was planning to buy a real rear wheel drift chassis, those ones that you can adjust from 128 to 124, and you have all the adjustments, all the things that you need to drift, and see how it goes. So yeah, stay tuned for future videos, future updates on this car. I have a couple of other stuff coming up on the 1x10 drift car as well. At this point in this channel, it's all about drifting, but it's not gonna be like that forever. RC is nice. It doesn't matter if it's airplane, helicopters, cars, boats, whatever. It's all good. So for this moment, I'm just focusing on make this drift stuff going on and see how it goes. And then in futures, I'll be filming different things, and I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, to subscribe if you like, if you want. This just helps us creating this stuff. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.